As you may know, the Golden State Warriors have been trying to acquire Lauri Markkanen for some time now, but there have been some major issues surrounding what the Jazz want in return for Lauri Markkanen and what the Warriors are willing to give up for him. These issues are mainly surrounding the Warriors' young guns in Moses Moody, Jonathan Kuminga, Brandon Podziemski, and Trayce Jackson-Davis. The issue is that the Warriors don't want to package their whole entire future into a package just for Lauri Markkanen. Like, they don't want to give away the next generation of Warriors players just to help Steph Curry get into a win now mode and win in Steph Curry's last couple years, because that's the Warriors' entire future right there. But that's not saying that the Warriors just want to waste the last part of Steph Curry's career by not getting an all-star. That's why they're trying to get Lauri Markkanen. But at this point in time, the Jazz just want too much at the moment to get Lauri Markkanen. As you can see from this article, the Jazz are really looking for a trade package that includes Brandon Podziemski and Jonathan Kuminga. And it just seems like the Warriors at the moment aren't really looking to give up their up-and-coming point guard in Brandon Podziemski and a real upcoming star in Jonathan Kuminga. They just don't want to give that up because that is part of their future. If they give that up, they won't be able to win the chip next year, even if they have Lauri Markkanen. Without them, they just don't win the chip next year, full stop. And it just seems like the Jazz don't want a player like Andrew Wiggins because his contract is too big, or Moses Moody because he's not really as sought after as a Brandon Podziemski or a Jonathan Kuminga because he's just not putting up the numbers. They have their eyes set on Jonathan Kuminga and Brandon Podziemski. If the Warriors want Lauri Markkanen, they're gonna have to give up either Brandon Podziemski or Jonathan Kuminga. And don't get me wrong, there is a good reason why the Golden State Warriors are going for Lauri Markkanen, because if we look at the Golden State Warriors starting five for next year, there is a big gap in the power forward and center role. You have Jonathan Kuminga playing power forward when he's arguably a bit too small to play power forward, and then you have Kevon Looney and Trayce Jackson-Davis as your only centers on the team for the entire year. So Lauri Markkanen would fix up that aspect of being a really good scoring power forward and a backup center if we ever need him to play that, just in case Trayce Jackson-Davis or Kevon Looney ever get injured. Because in years past, when Kevon Looney has got injured, we've always had that second or third backup center to obviously back up Kevon Looney, and that's why we were so good. But last year, it was just Trayce Jackson-Davis and Kevon Looney, and when one of them got injured, you had like Draymond playing power forward for half the year, and it was just not the best. So Lauri Markkanen would really help in that aspect of the lineup. Although the Warriors don't want to give up their core to make the trade work, they're gonna have to at least give up some of it, because some of the trades that we're looking at involve Jonathan Kuminga, some of the trades involve Moses Moody and Jonathan Kuminga, some involve Brandon Podziemski, which is one of the main guys we're looking at. So I asked ChatGPT to build up a couple hypothetical trades that the Warriors and Jazz could go through with, and we're going to break them down. So looking at this trade scenario, it proposes that the Golden State Warriors receive Lauri Markkanen and the Utah Jazz will receive Andrew Wiggins and a 2026 first round unprotected pick. I'm just going to say this off the bat before I read any of the pros and the cons for the Utah Jazz and the Golden State Warriors. This is a terrible trade. The Golden State Warriors would never do this. They would be an idiot. And the Jazz would be an idiot for doing this, because giving up Andrew Wiggins and that's it for Lauri Markkanen would get you fired as a GM. But looking at the pros and cons behind everything for the Golden State Warriors, Obviously, it's an immediate upgrade. It says, Lauri Markkanen provides a strong scoring presence and floor spacing, enhancing the Warriors' offensive versatility. And I completely agree. That's mainly the reason why the Warriors are trying to get him in the first place. Also says, cap flexibility. Moving Andrew Wiggins' contract helps balance the Warriors' payroll and gives them more financial flexibility. That's why this trade is so hard, because Andrew Wiggins' contract is so bad. It also says it puts the Golden State Warriors in championship contention. Adding Markkanen could help bolster the Warriors' chances of competing for a championship within their current window, and I completely agree. That is the main reason that the Warriors want to go through and get Lauri Markkanen in the first place, is to help Curry in his last couple years and try and get him one last ring before he retires to help with his legacy. For the Utah Jazz, it says that their pros is that proven talent. Andrew Wiggins is an established two-way player who can contribute immediately on both ends of the floor. That may have been true if he played like himself in 2022 every single season, but at the moment he's just not like that. And it also says that Andrew Wiggins could become a future asset, which I somewhat agree with, but his stock is declining rapidly at the moment and it's getting worse and worse, so I don't know about that one. Overall, I would say that was a very bad proposal by ChatGPT. There's just no worth in there for the Utah Jazz, and it just wouldn't work in the modern NBA, so hopefully the next one's better. Looking at this proposed trade, it says that the Golden State Warriors will receive, obviously, Lauri Markkanen, and the Utah Jazz will receive Kevon Looney, Jonathan Kuminga, a 2024 first-round pick, top 5 protected, and a 2026 second-round pick. Now, off the bat, I think that's a lot more realistic than the other one that we just saw for obvious reasons, but I do not think we would give up Kevon Looney, just because, one, he's been there forever, he's a Warriors guy, and two, he's our backup big man. He would play power forward if we got Kevon Looney, if we got Lauri Markkanen, so I don't think we would give him up, but this is a much better trade than the other one. Looking at the benefits for the Golden State Warriors, it says, front court upgrade. Lauri Markkanen provides a significant offensive boost to the Warriors' front court with his shooting and scoring skills. And I agree, Lauri Markkanen is a very good shooter. He's an underrated shooter, especially for a big man. He can knock down threes at a pretty consistent rate. He would help out the Warriors spacing a lot with our really high three-point count, and that's basically what our team is built around. It also says versatile lineup. Markkanen's versatility allows the Warriors to deploy various lineups and create mismatches on offense. And I agree, that's basically saying the same thing as it said in the front court, but yes, he's very good for spacing and stuff like that. And number 3, it says that obviously he helps the championship push, which will mostly be said in all of these scenarios, because that's the main reason that they're getting Lauri Markkanen in the first place. Overall, I think this was a better trade scenario than the first one, but I still really don't see the Warriors going through with it. It's definitely a better trade than the other one, but it's still not something I would see either team doing. So our final proposed trade sees Lauri Markkanen coming to the Golden State Warriors for Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, a 2025 first round pick, top 10 protected, and a 2027 second round pick. Now, I believe that this is the most logical one that could happen, although I really hope that the Warriors don't give up Kuminga and Moody, although that's better than giving up Kuminga and Brandon Podziemski. This is the most logical trade out of all of them. It's not something stupid like Andrew Wiggins for Lauri Markkanen straight up. But for the pros, for the Golden State Warriors, we have immediate impact. Lauri Markkanen brings scoring versatility, floor spacing, and he will fit well with the Warriors' fast-paced three-point system. And I agree, especially with that last statement, fitting well with the Warriors' fast-paced three-point heavy system. That is the main reason why I want him on the Warriors, because he's so good at spacing the floor. He won't just sit in the paint, and he'll space out to the three, maybe let Curry cook and do some dribble moves and go to the hoop. It will just lead to more scoring altogether. It says, front court boost. Markkanen's size and shooting ability provide a much needed boost to the Warriors' front court, addressing their need for a scoring big man. Yep. We haven't had a scoring big man since like 2016 Draymond Green, when he would occasionally hit a three. If we got Lauri Markkanen, that would be a big scoring boost just to get us over the hump in some games. He's clutch, we can go to him in tough situations. He's a three-point threat, as I said multiple times, so he could space it out and get Curry an open three, get Brandon Podziemski an open three, get Moses Moody an open three if he's still on the team by this. And as everyone has said, it opens our championship window for the last couple years with Stephen Curry. So that's going to be it for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to help the channel grow, and let me know what you thought of the video in the comments.